positive things to say these days, but he enjoys being my tent mate. Has a pretty good time. Over here we have Specialist Darty and his buddy Thumper. Show everybody what Thumper is again, just so they can get a good appreciation. Very nice, very nice. And this is our tent. This is my little corner of the world. And some bag of laundry just back from our laundry service, and the old sleeping bag and all that other stuff. This is a Saudi tent given to us. You gonna wave or something?
Huh?
The Saudi.
Give me a AFM wave.
The Saudi tent given to us by the grace of the king. Yes, this is the Sergeant Major's. Let's see what she looks like here.
Friend.
Yes, she's a good friend. Hello. And
She's taking care of all my things. Copper school.
it's very nice of her. And the first sergeant, that's his little corner of the world over there. And we have the food locker. Hey, Sergeant Major, you want to show him the food locker? This is a locker we picked up from somewhere. I can't remember where. But it's where we keep all our junk food at. You can see we have a plethora of peanuts and sardines. And some oysters there, cheese balls, mostly cookies and stuff like that. But a lot of junk food here. Over here we have our little entertainment center that we built. Consists of the first sergeant's TV and VCRs in that box over there to keep it from getting too dusty. So here's some pictures. I have a picture here of Sarah. That was sent to me by Sherry Tulia. Pretty nice picture. And there's Sarah and Belainer. Got a nice picture. And there is Julie. Sarah, I always like that picture here a lot. See if I can get in focus. And the other picture, they're all pretty good. Anyway, looking around here, the old tent played many a game of boggle at that table right there, my old foot locker. And you can see the floor of our tent. It's just plywood with some junk over it. Pretty nice though. Sergeant Major engineered that little feat. And did a pretty good job. He's got a little carpet over there. Oh, it's pretty nice. It's our light. We even got fluorescent lights up there too. And let me see, this is outside of my tent. My tent is right here. There's the old guide-on. Hold up the guide-on there for a second, Darty. It's a little more beat from the last time we saw it. A little more faded. But it's hanging in there nonetheless. And there we go. Well, anyway, I'm going to get Darty to hold the camera here for a second, and I'll say a couple words at you. Then I'll walk around the camp. Okay, well, we're going to start walking around the camp. As you can see, I'm doing pretty good. Kind of gained a couple of pounds or two. Must be that good Army chow. You know, things are all right. I'd much rather be at home right now, but today's the 22nd of December. Christmas is in about 3 days. We've been here, by the time you'll get this, we'll be here for about 100 days. And right now, I think it's at 88 or 89 days or something like that. Seems only like a couple of years. You know, everybody's hanging in there, and everybody's, most people are in pretty good spirits. Of course, you're always going to have some that are a little down in the mouth, or that you can never seem to please, but everybody seems to be doing pretty good. We're going to take a walk around. We're going to walk down in that way. Down there is the motor pool area, and we're going to walk over and see the building and see some of the other points around here and see some of the engineering marvels that these guys have thrown together. One of the marvels is this whole wall here. This wall is really something. I'm not sure if you can appreciate how big it is. It's about 8 bags high, 3 bags wide. Each one of these bags weighs about 40-45 pounds, and it's all filled by soldiers, just hard work. I'd say there's probably about 8,000 bags in this wall here, and it was built over a series of days. Let's see, designed to help us in case there's any kind of an inbound missile attack, and keep the shrapnel from flying around. Anyway, we're going to walk around a little bit, see what this place looks like, and so I'm going to grab the camera back and see what we can do. Well, let's see, we're going to start out, once again, here's my tent. We're going to start out with some of the most important features. These are the latrines over here. I'm sure you've heard a lot about them. With our latrines, of course, you have to have a way to clean them out, and we just happen to be lucky enough to see the old honey wagon coming around. It's like a big old vacuum cleaner. You stick it in these 50-gallon drums. We'll go over and take a closer look here in a minute. Got our hand washing points here. Got to make sure everybody's nice and clean when they're done. But as you look around this area here, you can see some unfinished buildings. What this all was is intended to be as a weather monitoring station for this airport. And I'll show you more of the airport in a moment. The latrine inside, there's 4 holes. Kind of taking a professional risk by going in there. You always make sure that you pee in the first hole, and the other holes are for whatever else you want to do in there. Looking down here, this is our battalion talk. One of our females using the latrine down there. Those are S3 tents. Came across, this is an EOD bunker where they plan on riding out the storm when it hits. And over there, that bunch of sandbags is our ASP, or ammunition supply points, where we keep all our ammunition here for the larger weapons. So we all know where to go once it starts. You can't keep them inside of any of these tents. Back off here a little bit. You see, this is a pretty impressive sight. Down here we have our shower area. These showers are kind of interesting. We'll take a walk down here. These showers, they've kind of evolved into what you see now. They were originally open air showers. You fill the containers up on top of them with water. We used to do that with 5-gallon jugs. It holds about 150 gallons, so it took a while. And it just gravity feeds through some shower heads. We'll stick our head in there in a minute. But what we did is we had them enclosed in to keep the wind off, since it's pretty cool out here. We had drains put in to let the water flow into PVC pipe, which carries it off into the portion of desert over here. Let me see if we can see some of that. There's some of that freestanding water over there, as you can see. Kind of get it out of our area. And works pretty well. Our last touch to them is we've hooked them up now to a fire hydrant, which provides constant fill, so we don't have to bother filling the water anymore. And the last thing was we've strung up water heaters we bought downtown, so it's not so cold. It's been pretty tough taking a shower up to this point with that cold water. Here we have one of the showers. We'll stick our head in the door here. You can see they put in a little floor for all the water to drain off. Originally we had to stand on these pallets just above the dirt. Stick my head in, you can see the shower head up there. You just turn that little valve and there you go. It's not too great, but sure beats not taking a shower at all, and certainly some people around here or some people up north end up doing that. And here's where the PVC pipe carries away the water. It's a pretty good system. See, another one of our little things that we got were these sinks, and they were originally just mirrors with bowls on them, and we had we installed these water valves and actually put drains in the bottom of these bowls. They were just freestanding bowls, and now you have a place to go shave in the morning, brush your teeth, and it actually drains out through there, and the water works pretty good. Back across the camp here again, and we'll take a walk around. And there's a chaplain walking around doing what he does best. That siren you see right there, that's our NBC, or incoming missile warning siren. Works pretty well, pretty darn loud. Had to use it a couple of times already. And here's a couple more rows of tents. These first 2 rows are all HHS people. Now I've got soldiers that live in other places, but this is primarily where you'll find all my guys. You notice each tent is sandbagged around, so when you sleep in there, any stray bullet won't nail you in your sleep. We have anywhere between 3 and 6 people living per tent, depending on the situation. See, these tents are, like I said, all provided by the Saudis. They have what they call tent flies on them, which are these covers, and it keeps them pretty cool. Pretty good deal. Come around here a little bit. Here's one of the runways over there. You'll see a little bit later. Some guy heading off for the shower. didn't have enough of these tents to go around, so we had to use some of our old military tents from Fort Hood. But I'd rather have some of these than none of them because they're much better than the tents that we normally use. Here are female showers. Of course, you got to have showers for the females. You can't have them going into the guys. It works out pretty well. A couple of guys just finished taking a shower. They just told me it's pretty darn cold. Yeah, honey wagon's leaving a little bit fuller than it was when it came. Some more of our sinks over there that we had installed. You can see that they're used. A couple of my airplanes coming in. Those are A-10s. Anti-tank aircraft. Designed around one big gun. Feel pretty safe having them here. Comes Sergeant Carner. Sergeant Carner is my C&E guy. Pretty hard worker. Moving more and more around. See, there's plenty of tents out here. That's some Saudi workers over here. They're all wearing their old turbans. Turban towers. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Chances are that whatever it is, they're going to do it wrong or do it slow. This is a Hemet, one of my trucks. Matter of fact, it's my wrecker. We use a horn on this as a backup warning siren in case something goes wrong here. This is up here on Knob Hill, or Snob Hill, whatever you want to call it. This is where the colonel sleeps, in that tent right there. The XO sleep, or correction, the S3 and the doc sleep over there. Some B Company folks sleep there. Female tent. You have Sergeant Stady over here. She's a master sergeant, doing her laundry, looking good. How you doing, Sergeant Stady? Fine. Yeah, she's having a good day in the desert. And you can see way down there, you can see the motor pool. It's where all my guys down there fix the vehicles and stuff. Matter of fact, you can see a bunch of them down there. And you can see the MAC ramp and the special forces guys, special operations guys. There are helicopters and stuff down there. Their job's made a little bit easier these days because they don't have to free all those hostages. That's what they were thinking they were having to do for a while. You can see down here what was supposed to be an international terminal, or what will one day be an international terminal. Still uncompleted. 101st Airborne, or correction, the Air Assault Division is down there right now. On top of that dome there to the right, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a huge gold piece, it's solid gold. Some more A-10s coming in here. They're running out here all the time. You get kind of used to them. They decide they're not going to land right now. Done a lot of other things around here too. That's an electrical junction box. They've actually wired some of these tents up to commercial power. Some of us still run off of generators, but makes it pretty nice because some of these guys, those are crew sleep tents. They can actually have an air conditioner in there, so it's easy to sleep during the day. See, from up here on Snob Hill, we look around again, and there's where our IPF is. That's part of the Guardrail 5 system. Communication, intercept, DF, direct and finding, and got the linguists who figure out what they're saying. Some generators over there, some bunkers. One of the interesting things about this place is that building right there is a sewage pumping station for when the airfield here is complete, when the civilian international airport is complete. What happens is there's a lot of manhole covers around here, underground little compartments that we have been able to bunker off and make into air raid bunkers of sorts. We've sandbagged around the top of them, sealed them off with plastic. They work very well, very effective. Like I said, we've been in them a couple of times so far. Here, this is looking to the east. That right there is the Royal Terminal, or the King's Terminal. It'll be finished one of these days if it doesn't get blown up. It's going to be a private terminal and runway just for the King. I guess when you're king, you can do those kind of things. It's pretty nice. In the meantime, all the A-10s are filling up that ramp. And kind of hard to see them all, but there's about 150 A-10s here right now. You can see Oh, there's all sorts of helicopters and stuff flying around here all the time. That must be the only tree in Saudi right there, I think. Here's some good news for Matt. The Apaches are flying and flying well. Not having any problems with, well, that's a Black Hawk right there. But anyway, the Apaches are not having any problems at all. Here's a pretty good view back into the motor pool. The motor pool is divided up into 3 lines. That first line over there is HHS. It goes way the heck down there. And there's A Company right here. And there's B Company over on this side. The motor pool is fixing a couple of trucks right now. Not exactly sure what's wrong with them. Trucks are running pretty well out here in the desert, although we didn't think they would be. They're hanging in there. The thing I might point out is it's a pretty nice day out here. You don't get many where the visibility is like this. But they're hanging in there. A couple more A-10s here. Pretty neat airplanes. The Army's going to get those to replace the Mohawks, I read. Pretty impressive. Looking back in here, you can see some more of those shelter bunkers, and I'll get up close and personal with one in a moment. And everybody's assigned a bunker around here, so when the siren goes off that I showed you earlier, everybody knows where to go. Around here a little bit, there's a POL or fuel storage place right across the street. This is a bulk fuel issue for most of Saudi, believe it or not. They deal with a lot of fuel here, but most of it's crude. This is refined stuff. It goes to all the airplanes and tanks in country. So you get a lot of tankers coming over here to pick up fuel. Looking back here, here's the soldier here taking out his trash. Motor pool. Notice everybody always carries their weapons around here in their gas masks. Never get caught with that. This is a good view. Oh, there's my shadow. Bad camera technique. But this is a good view of an air raid bunker. Come in, it's got a little canvas flap to pull down to keep out the chemicals when they start blowing around. If I were to zoom in, you can see there's a little hole there. And that goes down inside into a great big room down there. We got about 15 soldiers that are assigned to this bunker. And that's where they go when it hits the fan. Obviously, they don't stay the whole time in there. This is just where they ride out the initial strike, and then they come out to their fighting positions. Again, it's Snob Hill. Another A-10 landing. You see, we're sitting in between 2 parallel runways here. Good look at the LSA, or life support area. Pretty nice. Very nice, very well done job of putting this place together, especially the way we did. When we first got here, that area to our front was covered with sand dunes, believe it or not. Some of them pretty tall. And the soldiers have actually bagged up that sand and carried it on out of here. There's a group of folks getting ready to go to PT, or physical training, trying to stay in good shape around here. Here's another one of the trucks here for the alarm system. It's got very loud air horns in case something goes wrong and that other alarm system goes off. We have a brick that's tied to the horn on that. We just drop the brick and the horn will go off until the air tanks drain. There's another one over there. That's my Hemet Wrecker. Very nice truck. Nicest truck the Army owns. Thing will do 80 miles an hour all day long. Some more showers over there. One of the sleep tents, my NBC or chemical guy, he got all his decontamination chemicals out here ready to go. Doing pretty good. Some bunch of galvanized trash cans so we can mix up some of these decontamination chemicals when the time comes. Old Sergeant Hartley. Sergeant Hartley is an E8 Master Sergeant. Works for me over in the motor pool, old crusty guy who's going to get ready to retire, and the Army kept him coming. Hi, Sergeant Hartley.
Good, sir.
Good. How's your day been?
Great.
Sergeant Hartley's a big guy to have around. I was kind of glad when the Army said that they weren't going to let him go anywhere. Keep him right here. That's on our main guard gate there. It's correction, it's right over here somewhere. There it is, right over there. It's a bunker manned by A Company. They do a pretty good job of stopping all vehicles coming in, search them, make sure if there are bad guys in them, they take care of that right there. Got our dumpsters right over here. Good thing to have. Helps. We didn't have dumpsters for quite a while and started having a problem with rodents. You can see over there at the POL building, you can see the fuel trucks starting to line up to get fuel to take to some of these forward deployed units. The problem with that is on that building, you can see right there in the front, on the top right and left hand corner of that building, see those little round things, those are speakers. There's an Arab guy in there in the middle of the night who likes to say his prayers over that. You know, the Arabs pray all the time. He says them so loud and turns the volume all the way up that we can hear him all the way over here. Anyway, here's some more latrines. I'm on the other side of my helmet. And look back towards the motor pool. These guys are actually giving a PT test here. So, they're doing okay. Some more of our vehicles here. This is a new one of my trucks here. That's what they call a GOJ vehicle, or Government of Japan. Kind of like a Toyota 4Runner. That's when we went up to the border in the other day to try to maintain a lower profile. There's another one that I got right here. Pretty nice. They're fully got electric everything in them. That was Japan's war involvement. See, all our other trucks are doing okay. Still painted that sand color. Another one of a couple more of our air raid bunkers. Look back here at our LSA, life support area. There's an interesting little pad here that you'll see, and this is where we have all our outdoor church services and talent shows and all the other stuff that we do. You can see here the Saudis have given us a double-decker bus for going to places that we need to go. Over there I have a couple of vans. That right there is a reefer van, or a refrigerator van, where we keep our food in it before we prepare it. And this is a communications center right here. You can tell by the antenna. It's where we report a lot of our intelligence products from after we gather them. And we have the chapel tent right over here, right on the other side of that bunker, where the chaplain does most of his soul saving at. Got a C-130 inbound bringing in supplies or people. A lot of people have been coming in the last couple of days. Doing pretty good. Got here, one of the first sights we saw right here. We arrived here at about 2 a.m. in the morning. And there were sand dunes here just the height of that little pile of rocks right there, all through this area. What we all did is we all came in here, all 400 of us, and we got inside this building that's under construction. Slept over for the night. In the morning, started putting up tents. Pretty awesome, huh? See you later. The chapel tent, another air raid bunker right here. It's a pretty good one. Looks a little sloppy on the outside, but it's really nice inside. Pretty safe. This is the back side of our building over here. We've had quite a few people live back here while we've been here. The 8th PSYOPS, or Psychological Operations Unit, was back here. They were the guys who played the music until Noriega couldn't take it anymore. They were out here. Then our brigade, our new owning brigade, the 525 MI Brigade, lived back here, and they finally moved away. Right now we have a RAT rig, or a radio and teletype rig. That's where we send out all our communications from. guys up here, these guys are my company. They're on guard duty, watching over us, over our every move, making sure that as you look out here towards the desert, things are on the up and up. This is the mess hall. It's a food storage tent right here. It's our eating tent in the rear, and the food preparation tent. Let's walk over here. See some of our field stoves. Probably have to get on these guys if they're not clean. That's what I seem to do the most around here. Notice everything around here is real dusty. That's a green tent, by the way. That's just the way it goes. You just can't keep it clean. Preparation tent. Come in here and they got a couple of griddles or whatever you want to call them, and a couple of fly swatters. Some places back there to boil stuff, and little field oven. They do pretty good. We'll walk over here and see what they have. This is where we cooked our Thanksgiving turkeys at, and we're going to get ready to cook some Christmas stuff here pretty soon. Here's something for you, just right hot off the press. This is, see what this is. You can see the dust here. Blueberry flavored cake. Just like Mom used to make, huh? Delish. They put those in boiled water, and that's called a tea rat, or the tray rat. You can see the open parts of the ovens down there. Remember, all the cooks here, they're in my company. I have a little weapons rack right there for when they're in here working. Let's go back outside. We got these picnic tables for people to eat at. They cost $750 a piece. Kind of expensive. Not too much wood out here in the desert, though. Looking around, we made a couple of barbecue grills so we can barbecue some stuff for Christmas. Can't wait to do that. And this is the eating tent. This is the GP Large, one of the largest tents that we have. Let's look inside of it and see how we eat. A little dark in here right now, but this place was really looking good for Thanksgiving. I mean, it had all decorations up, you wouldn't believe it. We have electric lights in here right now. Let me see if I can fire them up. It doesn't look like they want to come on right now. But if you look over here, it's another thing of the Saudi government. Our fruit and grapes and apples, bread, pita bread, and some cakes. We call these supplements, or sups, as they say, and these are to go along with MREs for lunch and also for breakfast. We serve a tea rat breakfast in here, and then MREs for lunch, and then we go eat dinner over in a mess hall over on the main post. And you can see we have boxed milk and all that other, and juices and stuff like that. Okay. Well, let's walk back outside. We're doing good. This is Sergeant Douglas. He's our main cook here. He's the guy that feeds everybody. You can tell because he's such a big guy. He's looking good. How's that Christmas dinner going to go?
We'll be better Thanksgiving, sir.
That's great. Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
I'll see you later.
Thanks, sir.
Sergeant Douglas is a good guy. He's huge. He punched out somebody, got a court-martial for it, and now we're trying to make sure that he stays in. This is a little bulletin board we have. The sirens go off every Friday at 1600 local. It's only a test. Phrase of the work: Buzni Vajan Alandik Bire. You have beer. A little thing about little OPSEC here, or operational security. Do not throw away letters with return addresses on them. Take them to a burn barrel or cut up the return addresses. Families are getting letters from strangers saying their loved ones are dead or injured. How about that? So we burn all our paper trash. And we'll look around the back here, a couple of our reefer vans again. Another bunker. And our guys up on the guard point. See if we can get their attention. We'll go up there in a minute. This is one of the unfinished rooms in this building. You can see here we got a bunch of water boxes. If you go up here and look inside of them, it's all the dust. Just like a day's work. You see we have bottles. That's the water that we drink. Through here. More. And this is where our TV room. We went out and bought a TV and some stuff. Of course, some of the soldiers bring videotapes to watch. Not sure what this is, but it's a good place for them to pass the time. Real specialist already there. And then Thumper, his buddy Thumper. Good trip. Turn around. Right down the hallway. Like I said, this is an unfinished building. A little dark.
I line this up right. You put the paper on the very top of the paper guide.
Gee, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell from here. I'm viewing, this is Mr. Hogan. He's more concerned about his computer paper than about my home video.
And the home video man, Mr. Gadget as we call him, has another gadget on top of his shoulder. Hi Mom, hi kids.
Yeah. We, my little desk right there. There's not much of a desk, but it's better than what most people have out in the desert. Although I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be staying here. I know, those are bad words, right?
Move is a 4-letter word around here.
That's right, it is. And let's walk on out here. Some of the Christmas decorations that you sent. Back down the hall. This is Specialist Chambers, waiting to get in on a ping pong game. Of course, there's not that much to do out here, so we went and bought a ping pong table for us. See how these guys do. This is actually a prayer room. That's what it's intended to be. It's a place where you go and pray here 5 times a day if you're a Muslim. We decided to put it to better use and make it into a ping pong room. There's another table here. You can see one of our sandbag walls, our masterpieces. And you should be able to see our guards up there.
How you doing, folks?
This is Sergeant Tucker. You recognize him.
We're over here in Saudi Arabia having a good time.
You bet. There's Sergeant Torres. He's one of our medics.
Merry Christmas.
He thinks he's the foosball champ. We got a real nice foosball table here. There's Sergeant Feliciano.
I'm with him.
Re-enlistment guy. Re-enlistment's good these days since nobody has a choice. Yeah, some brutal battles been fought over this foosball table. This is up on the top of the roof for our guard stand. That's our area of responsibility out there in the desert. And you can see it definitely is desert. They're fixing up a machine gun bunker here. Here's a machine gun. There's all our bullets. Blocked off a road down there to keep people from out. Can't drive across the sand, it's too tough. Across here, it's a big cement plant. And there's another one right there. And a lot of cement here in the country. They don't use wood. They're testing out a PA system we just put in. Right there. Sergeant Carner hard at work again. This is a pretty good shot that kind of brings everything into perspective. This is the LSA, life support area, for just our battalion. You can kind of see the whole thing. There's the international terminal way down there. Special Forces, 101st Air Assault Division located down there. If you look across the way over to the Air Force side of the house, the Royal Ramp, or the King's Ramp, King's Terminal. That's where they keep all the A-10s. A lot of them are out flying right now. See a bunch of them out there, though. More than anybody could imagine, being in one place at one time. Home sweet home, huh? Our generators that give us our electric power. Twin 30K generators haven't blinked since we've been here. They've run real well. Can't complain about that. There's our ammunition supply point, a couple of Connexes sandbagged in. I want you to imagine each one of these sandbags weighing about 45 pounds and realize how much work these guys put into it. This guy's getting strong too. He picks up that bag like it was nothing. Anyway, these guys stay up here at night with a starlight scope. That you see in the dark, and they constantly scan the horizon for anybody coming in that way. If anybody does sneak in here, that's how they would sneak in. I have an interesting story about out there. I'll tell you one of these days. When we first got here. All looks the same, doesn't it? As back in the TMC, there's the NCOIC, Sergeant Torres. He's working hard. Got all his medical supplies and all those things right there. Getting around here, that's where he works on most of his folks right there. He's got a doctor that works with him. There's Sergeant Clark, newly promoted sergeant, out here. She's working real hard. Matter of fact, she gave me a shot today too, didn't you, Sergeant Clark?
And he was crying about it.
I was
he didn't
crying
want
about
to come and get it.
That hurt like
and
hell.
He came back and wanted some Tylenol.
That's right.
That's what it was.
Today was flu shot day, and she's more than happy to come down and get me. They got a little sign up here. You got to speak Spanish to work around this place. You got to be what they call it, bilingual, whatever.
Yeah.
Other stuff around here. Looks really good. They run a real tight ship here. Probably the best section in the company. Some good folks. And Sergeant Torres just loves the desert. Everybody around here, we have everybody has kids, and we all miss them. Yeah. But as you can see, none of us are wasting away into nothing, are we? Any here? That's you, Thornton. Here's Specialist Thornton here. He's our my switchboard guy right now. There's our switchboard right there. And it's a SB-22. We have other more modern equipment, however, it's not suitable in country right now. Looking across here, there's Karen Hayes way down there doing S1 things. See if we can get her attention. Hey, Karen. Wait for the camera. Yeah, she's working hard.
Hello, sir.
S1 and S4. Oh, there's the first sergeant. We haven't seen the first sergeant here lately. He's doing good. He's working hard. There's Sergeant Rhodes, S4 NCOIC. Oh, he's got a camera. We're going to be doing cameras looking at each other, dueling cameras. Ooh, it's like looking in the mirror, isn't it?
So you ain't got it on.
Yeah, I do.
You still doing your video?
You see, this building isn't complete yet, but we moved into it anyway. This is one of the rooms where when we first got here that everybody slept on the floor. There's Specialist Mellis. He's a hard worker. He's a S4 type. He's getting ready to go into the arms room. Oh, see, she comes asking me important questions. And Karen's looking good. She hasn't aged much during this deployment.
Karen's not looking so good. She's aged a lot during this deployment.
And
I may not show physically, but mentally I'm a wreck.
yes, but you're looking good, feeling good.
Thank you.
Good.
I'm feeling good. Any case.
And oh, by the way, look at Karen. Look at the wings upon her chest.
Da-da-da-da.
Zoom in there. She got a little star above them. She's been at it for a while. Maybe one of these days when I grow up. Oh, there's Mr. Valentine, aviator extraordinaire. It's my wife. Watch what you say.
Hi, wife.
Aim.
Hi. I have to go get chewed out.
Oh, you too, huh?
Yes.
Master Sergeant Graham.
Hi, Merry Christmas. We're all well.
Most of us, anyway. Master Sergeant Graham's been a bad boy today. He swore a soldier. How about that? There's Captain Hershkowitz. He's had a good time in the States and in Germany there for a while. He had a little problem. I won't tell you where his problem is with. But he's feeling much better now, aren't we?
Yeah, do I get a Purple Heart?
No.
You drop blood.
Looking around here. This is S3. This is where the S3 hangs out. There's Major Harless. He is the S3.
Hi.
There's Mr. Valentine again. He's a little camera shy. You're going to have to forgive him. Yeah. Come around. Here we have Specialist Phillips. He doesn't like to be in front of a camera, but he's a good old boy. I think he's from Texas. Aren't you from Texas? There you go. Hook'em horns, and you can see he's proud of where he's from. By God, he's got a Texas flag, American flag. He's the armorer here for A Company. That's where we keep all our machine guns. More machine guns. And this Christmas tree. See, these guys haven't opened their presents yet. It's pretty brave.
Well, because we have a death wish, then we touch it.
That's right. These are all the unassigned weapons across the back here. And looking around, it's a pretty good place for these guys to work. It'd be working out of the tent. Mr. Phillips wanted to ensure that we got that on the camera here. He also had a sign on the door that used to say "Guns Are Us," but see they've taken it down now. But, they're doing pretty good here. Okay, this is the supply room. There's the old faithful supply room computers working better than ever. And where Sergeant Tucker works out of. That's just all the stuff that part of his supplies. Looking back down the hall into S1. I got a blinking light now. I'm not sure what that means, but chances are that means I'm not going to be doing this for much longer. See, here's the S1, and once again, Karen's standing here.
Hi.
Anyhow,
How are the
like I
girls
say,
anyway?
somebody needs
They
to
okay?
be quiet.
I think they are.
Why we
Yeah,
just
I
got
think
this
so.
before these people had to be up.
Looking around, there's Sergeant Melton, Sergeant Phillips.
Buy 10,000 of Xerox and sell all of the GM right now.
There's old Mike Drum.
Oh, really?
Looking across here. And this is our commo van right down here. Another one of our commo vans. We're very heavy into communications. There's our TOC. There's I believe that's Specialist Smith on top guard. He's looking good. Wondering what the heck he's doing in Saudi Arabia.